How may I help you?
Can I get 2 4-piece chicken tender meals, both with Cokes? Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Megan.
And I'm Sierra.
Today we're going to be doing a college advice and tips video. And we're also driving back to Des Moines, so we figured we'd do one of those drive with us videos. Just seems super chill, like a nice little car ride chat. Also like a little mini mukbang because we got some Culvers for the drive back. Also, if you are new to our channel, because you may have just seen our college apartment move-in vlog or our weekend in our life, definitely make sure you subscribe to our channel. We're also going to give quick little background information. I'm Megan, she's Sierra, like I already said. We're both twins.
Well, we are twins, like we're each other's.
Yeah, we're twins, and we go to the University of Iowa. That is not Iowa State University. We go to University of Iowa. We're from Iowa, so we've lived here our whole lives. We are second-year students, so last year we lived in the dorms. This year we moved to an off-campus apartment. A lot of you guys were kind of confused about that. That's what's most typical at our school. I don't know how it works at other schools.
Well, because a lot of people were like, that's a really nice dorm.
But it's not in any way affiliated with the university. Most people move to off-campus apartments, so that is what we also did. Alright, so like we said, we're kind of doing tips, just kind of, I don't know, we did make this a little more academic related, I feel like, because I feel like that's what we can help a lot with on, and you guys have asked for like study tips, things like that.
A specific like study tip, academic type of video. We've done a lot of Q&As, which a lot of you asked about like study habits, but this video is specifically for that.
The tips and tricks that we're about to share are things that we did for our freshman year that we thought worked really well, and we both ended up getting a 4.0 first and second semester, so I think they work pretty well, just in my opinion. But also keep in mind that stuff that works for us isn't going to work for everyone. Alright, our very first tip is to make sure you go to free tutor sessions or group study sessions if your school offers them. A lot of schools probably offer them. If you don't look for it, you won't know about it. Our university offers a free thing called SI, which stands for Supplemental Instruction, and so for a lot of major classes, they'll have a student that got an A in that class go and teach a group of people. It's really relaxed, it's really chill, it's not super intense or anything like that.
And it's nice to see a student that got a good grade in that class and they're explaining it in a way that they know will help, not just necessarily like how the teachers will teach it, they're like, this is the information, but they'll say, here's some tips and tricks, here's kind of like what the exams are like and what they want you to know. Yeah, so we did this for chemistry and biology last year, and if your school has anything like this, like I just really think that this helped a lot because it has, you go over things that are going on in lecture at the time, and so it's like just extra practice. And then also towards the end of like our chemistry class, there was this really last minute short unit that we were doing, which kind of just like wasn't making sense at all. But then you go to SI and like the guy that took the class before was just like, honestly, I didn't really get it either, but if you just know this about it, you're gonna be just fine for the exam. And it was true. You did totally fine if you just did what he was saying. And so just things like that, utilize your resources. Like they already took the class, they already did well in it, and they're telling you like exactly what you need to know.
So definitely do that. The next tip is to make your schedule the most ideal it can be for you. I know when you make your schedule and you see like, oh, I can start at 8 a.m. and get done like by noon, that sounds like a really good idea, but getting up at 8 a.m. every day is very difficult. So, yeah. Or I know it's like, I know high school you have to get up just as early, but guys, it's different in college. You do not, at least I don't. I'm not a morning person. I know I had to do it for high school, but it was so hard to get up early for like at least like an 8 a.m. I can do a 9 and 9:30, but 8 a.m.s are hard, so just be wary of that. Even if it's like, okay, I have to go a little later in the day, it's like you will be happier if you can sleep in.
I also have my first semester, I had, my Mondays were jam-packed. I had class from 8:30 until 6:20 with a couple breaks in between, but it just really drained me. And then I was like, the reason I did that was because the other 4 days of the week I had just 2 classes every day. But looking back, I would have rather pushed like some classes to like a different part of the week, so I had a more doable Monday, because Mondays were rough.
Our next tip is that you should definitely not rely on your academic advisors. You should do your own research into what classes you need for your major, or if you're planning on going into grad school or anything like that, you're responsible for looking at grad schools and their prereqs and different ones for different grad schools. Like, your advisor can help you, but they are not, like, they have so many other students that they're trying to help with, so your individual thing is not their priority. So,
For example, Megan and I took the same class first semester for one of our gen eds. We didn't love the class, and we also realized that a class we need to take later is going to fill the same gen ed anyways.
So it's kind of like, it's not necessarily a waste, like it will be fine, but it's like we didn't have to take that class, or we could have taken that class in place of it. And
Or we
so
could
it's
have
just
taken like a different gen ed.
a little annoying to look back and say, I kind of wasted a little bit of time. So do your own research. So a lot of you guys have asked, as far as exams go, like how far ahead should you start studying for them? And so I would say a good goal is to start studying pretty hardcore for your exam, like 2 weeks in advance. And so that does not mean knowing absolutely nothing about what's going on in the class and then 2 weeks before deciding, okay, I'll start learning everything now.
And like, also, I know people can say like hardcore studying for 2 weeks, like that's insane. But we also try and stay on track with what we're learning, like the entire time that we're in the class. It's really hard to go from, you know, going through the motions, going to class, taking notes, but then not looking at anything, and then all of a sudden, like, you have to learn what's on the exam because it's tomorrow. So we try and study a little bit every day to stay up to date with what we're learning.
Plus, we always had like multiple exams happening right in a row, so it's kind of like 2 weeks of intense studying for multiple classes. So you can kind of use that to like figure out, okay, maybe I don't have to do it full 2 weeks, but just it's plenty of time, I think, if you aim for that 2 week mark.
Okay, the next one is that TAs and professors will sometimes give opportunities to help students with like either writings, or for biology we had lab reports, and you could have like, they had sessions to help you out with that. Go to those sessions, or like if your teacher offers like feedback, do it, because they're gonna be the ones grading it anyways, and they're gonna look at it anyways. So you might as well give it to them one time before, fix some mistakes, and you're at least gonna get back a couple points.
Yeah, I would 100% recommend doing that. I know it's nerve-wracking to kind of go in and say they're gonna like rip my essays apart, probably a little too intense, but it's like they're gonna critique you and maybe say this isn't working or something like that. But would you rather have that be before they grade it, or you can go change it and then?
I have actually a really good example of that. For my biology lab report, we had like a hypothesis thing, and I was like, is it supposed to be this or this? And they were like literally two completely like different things. It was either like this to this, or like this to that. And I asked her, because I was gonna do like this to this, and she's like, it's this to that.
So she would have done the wrong one.
How screwed up my report would have been if I wouldn't have asked. So it would have been pretty bad.
Alright, so if you're going into your freshman year, or just any year of college in general, and the semester's about to start, I would highly recommend that you start being serious about your classes if that's your goal right now, and like from the beginning. Hopefully it's your goal. But it's like, you kind of start the semester and you're like, I can always pick it back up, or there's more assignments later on that I can do better on. But if that's your mindset, you're going to get to the end of the semester and be like, I have to get 115% on my final to get the grade I want in my class, which isn't going to happen.
So if you just do it from the beginning, and like try your hardest from the beginning, do all the assignments that you have, especially guys, the assignments that like you can get full points on,
Do it!
No reason
Oh
to
my
not get
goodness,
full points.
do it!
Like even with homework in chemistry, for example, like there was no reason you couldn't get 100%, because they give you so many like,
or you could go into office hours, they would help you with homework, all sorts of stuff.
Because then at the end of the semester you can say like, okay, I actually need like a 75% on my final to get the grade I want.
Like for bio, I did pretty well throughout the class, and then I know the class is curved, so I had to kind of guess like what I would need on my final to get the grade I want. But I was like, I think I could get like a 75% on the final and easily get an A in the class. And so 75%, I don't know if you guys think that's good or bad, but for me that was very doable. So I was like, chill, like we're not even stressed about finals week.
The next tip we have is to have a planner. And I know if you're in high school and you like have a planner and you're like, I just don't use it. I didn't either, but in college it's so helpful. And like I also use my phone, like notes on my phone too. But having a
planner is just like a really nice way to put everything in one spot, especially once you get your syllabus for the semester. Like the second you get your syllabus, like sit down, write everything that's in the syllabus in your planner, and that way you won't forget about anything. Some of the stuff that we like to put in our planner is, like she said, we put the exam times in as soon as we know when they are, so that we can kind of have that and we'll see like in our planner, oh, that's coming up. We also like to put in, like, if we're volunteering, just to know that that's in our schedule, different club meeting times and group study times, so like if we go to SI, like we were saying. And then also sometimes we'll even do like, this is what I'm studying today, or this is what I'm doing today, and put that in our planner. That's usually only closer to exam time, probably. That's closer to exams, or if we like have a lot, or we're just kind of like scatterbrained even, and you're like, okay, I need to like think about what I should do today. And like sometimes that also helps because sometimes we get so overwhelmed when we're studying, and we're like, when should we stop? So it's like as soon as you check off those things, then call it a day. Yeah. Our next tip is that you guys should start a workout schedule. We always encourage being active and fit. It helps relieve stress. It releases endorphins, gets your body going. And if you at least make a workout schedule, whatever it may be, then at least you have something that you're trying to mentally stick to. If you don't have any schedule at all and you're just like, I'll figure out when to go whenever, then that's when it's going to be easier to just drop it and not do it at all. So we wouldn't necessarily make our workout schedule work every single week, but if we had that goal that we're like, okay, this is supposed to be part of my daily routine, then it was just way easier to get us to go work out. Or another thing is, if you don't think you can commit to like, oh, I'll work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then like pick days at the beginning of each week when you think you can work out, because I know everyone's schedule is different every week, but like if you think about the beginning of the week planning for just like 1 week at a time, it'll be a lot more doable and you'll have more time than you think. This is probably it should be the simplest tip in the whole video, and that's go to class. You'd be surprised how much it helps just going. Like sometimes, you'd be surprised how many people don't go to class. Yeah, you'll sit there and like, even if you feel like, oh, today was a waste of time, I didn't learn anything new, like you did. And there's something that the professor said that's probably going to be, like, even just hearing the way the professor speaks about what they're talking about, or like the way they stress importance on like what they're teaching, that's going to help you figure out what's going to be on the exam. Because there's some slides professors will literally like skip over, and it's like, okay, that must not be very important, and from my experience, that's been the case. Also, before we started college, I was like not intending to skip class a lot, but everyone made it seem just like, you know, doesn't matter if you skip class, doesn't matter at all. Do you know how many of my classes had attendance as part of my grade? Like, do you know how dumb that is to do at those points? If you want good grades, like showing up is one way to do that. Yeah. The next tip is to sit in front or somewhere you're going to pay attention. So I'm not saying sit front row, because I didn't really do that, but like sit in the center of like a lecture hall, or like discussions don't really matter because they're pretty small classrooms, but like sit somewhere where like you're sitting close enough where you're like pretty much guaranteed to pay attention. If you're sitting in the back, like you can be distracted by a lot of people in front of you. Also, kind of going off of this is, if you're going to lecture, you don't get distracted by going on your phone and going on your laptop. Me and Sierra made it a point, and we did pretty good at this. It's like, don't go on your phone when you're in lecture. You can go on it as soon as you're done with lecture. Once class starts, put your phone in your backpack. Lecture's only like 50 minutes. If you're there, just commit to listening. Sorry if that just moved, our camera shut off. Yeah. So going off of showing up and like, if you go to class but you're not paying attention, then like, are you really going to class? Like, what's the point? So that kind of covers our main academic stuff and what really helped us our freshman year, and what I'm planning on continuing to do it this year. Just one like final overall summary, I guess, is just like, don't be overwhelmed. I know college can seem really stressful and hard and scary, and it takes a lot of work, but if you put in the work, don't underestimate yourself either. Like, don't underestimate yourself. So well if you put your mind to it and that's your goal. So good luck. Now for a couple like little, I feel like when a lot of people do college advice and tips video, they also want kind of like lifestyle tips or some like friends tips, but I feel like that's stuff you kind of have to figure out on your own, and I don't have any super huge like life tips or life advice on how you can make freshman year your best year ever. But we just wanted to say that when you go into college, you always are like surrounded by a bunch of new people. You might feel like, I need to like change what I'm doing or like do something else, and it's okay to try new things, but I'm also like, I want you guys to stay true to like who you are and be yourself, and don't feel like you're supposed to do something when you don't want to do something. It's always good to like kind of be a little uncomfortable if you're trying new things, but like don't make
make your whole like personality someone that you like not really sure who they are. And the very last tip we kind of had for this video is just like make sure you're being responsible for yourself. You're independent probably now for like one of the first times ever, so you're responsible of yourself and your grades and your assignments and getting to class on time. If you choose to go out, maybe drink, like you're responsible for yourself then too. Just because you're in college does not mean the world's a free-for-all and nothing applies to you. And pick good friends. Pick friends that are gonna help you out, help, you know, keep track of you. Don't pick friends. Don't pick friends that are obviously like gonna babysit you, but you want friends that you can trust. So that's kind of all we have for that category, is just make good decisions for yourself, and I feel like that's going to help you be the happiest you can be. Other than that, if you have any questions, you can comment them down below and we'll try to answer them. But otherwise, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to our channel if you haven't, because we're super excited about the new vlogs we're posting on this channel. We've got a bunch of fun video ideas planned. So we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye!
Trolley. Dat voer me jong. Direct in de stad.